This is the one. Here we go. If you are looking to get a new club or you want to get fit for a club, anything like this, then this is a killer deal. So basically, if you're not familiar with Club Champion, they are a sort of everywhere club fitter. They're tending to occupy places that are, a more higher end part of your metro area. But Club Champion is where I went to get my current bag of irons, my former 3-wood, as well as my wedges and my putter to get fit. Now, if you look at this little deal right here. They have something going on here for the next month and a half, I think. Yeah, if you get in and get fit by March 31st, you can save up to $400 on this fitting. So promo code right here, FlashFit. It's a killer deal. The reason I'm sharing this right now is because if I were in the market for a new set of clubs, it would definitely be, you want to get fit when you're going to get a new set of clubs. This would definitely be a killer deal. Where this says right here, you could save up to $400 on your fitting if you book now and complete your fitting by that date. The reason is, so let's see, 3.5 hour full bag fitting. The reason is, that's a good example. 3.5 hours. Call it 4 hours for a full bag fitting. You call it an hour for putter, although that's the half hour. It's really a half hour to get fit for a putter. They have all sorts of things to analyze your putting stroke, the height you stand, the length from your wrist to the floor, all these things that you could think of with your putting stroke. Excellent analysis of this. So they'll assess you how you hit a putt right now, and they'll say, okay, let's try this out. Try this putter. Try that putter. Different weight, a different shape, all these different things. That if you've never done a club fitting, it's a fantastic experience. It can feel overwhelming if you don't know what you're getting into, but overall, what it looks like is this. If you're in the market for a new set of irons, then you call Club Champion, or you go online, you schedule a fitting for, let's say, irons, an iron fitting. You'll go in and hit a bunch of different irons. You're going to work specifically with a club fitting specialist. They will have you hitting all kinds of different clubs. And in that experience, they're going to have, the club fitter is going to be like, okay, they're going to look at all the data you're hitting on a simulator. So they have all the launch, the spin, where your ball's going, how it's flying, how the club head is moving, the speed of it, all of these things. And they're going to be able to assess it and say, oh, okay, it looks like, you're having this issue. Let's try this one. Let's try this combination out. Ooh, that head worked really well, but let's try this shaft on that iron, whatever. So you go through this, you're hitting a bunch of different balls, a bunch of different clubs, you get all these data points, and your club fitting specialist at the end of your iron fitting is going to say, okay, based on the data that we collected, here's what I have for you, what I think is probably the best fit for you. And they'll just point you directly to the thing that would perform the best. So even if a club feels good, it could hit way over here, way over here. Your misses could be really far. And then just by getting a club fitting, your misses might go from a 70-yard span, right? 35 yards right, 35 yards left. It might go from a 70-yard span, let's say, to a 50-yard span. And that's a massive difference when you're talking about golf and missing the green or missing whatever your target is by that much. Huge difference. So that's what's cool with a club fitting. So they'll spend, let's say, just for irons, you spend an hour, you go through it. And then if you buy your irons through them, or if you order whatever the clubs are that you're fitting for, if you're doing an iron fitting, you can expect like $100, maybe more, for the iron fitting alone. And then if you do a wood fitting, which is like your 3 woods, 5 woods driver, that's another fitting fee. So call it another $100+. You do a wedge fitting, your sand wedge, your lob wedge, your gap wedge, all this, that's another $100. So we're at $300+ right now. And then you do a putter fitting, and now we're at $400. So that's why you see right here saying you could save up to $400 on this, because I don't know what their prices are right now for fitting, but that's what my assumption is, $100 per section of the golf bag. So if you do a full golf bag fitting, if you know you want to do this and you know you want to get in there, this is a killer deal. I am in no way, shape, or form affiliated with Club Champion. I'm just a paying customer. Again, my bag, my irons, and my wedges right now, as well as my putter, actually, we're all fit through Club Champion, just as a paying customer. No affiliation, no kickback. It's just a killer deal. So if you are going to do that, whether it's one club or not, the key thing you need to know here, though, which they highlight here, is all fittings are free with a custom club purchase. Custom club might sound fancy if you're not familiar, but all that means is you go in, you do the fitting, and they say, oh, okay, well, you need the club that we landed on, whether it's irons, it's this set of clubs, with this shaft and this head. And it's like, okay, great. Boom. Then you place your order. That's custom instead of just a stock iron off of the shelf, which is, routine, which, it all just depends on how you do it. But the big thing is, if you're going to buy a club, this would make sense for you to do. If you're unsure whether you're going to buy a club, and when I say buy it, I mean literally buy it at the end of your fitting. If you're unsure about that, then maybe don't do this, because you're still going to pay your fitting fee unless you buy a club right there on the spot at the end of your fitting, which I will tell you, my experience, I was blown away at how good it was. And there was zero doubt for me of like, yeah, totally need to just buy this right now. This fit, this is like Harry Potter. The wand has chosen me. I went in there assuming I was going to buy one set of irons, and then I left with a completely different set of irons. So that's my take. If you're interested, if you're looking at new clubs or anything, this is a killer deal. There's a Club Champion probably relatively close to you. Wonderful experience. I definitely recommend taking advantage of this if you are in the market.